My name is Christie Arkovich. We have a small firm, Arkovich Law in Tampa, Florida, where we specialize in bankruptcy and student loan work and things like that. I wanted to mention a couple things about if you're waiting to see what the election results are and what the Department of Ed's changes are with SAVE and so forth. There is something that you should be aware of that you might want to do now. And that is if your loans are in default or if you have FFEL loans, federal family education loans, then please take note because, for instance, we had an email today from someone who their loans are in default now. And so they were asking if they should consolidate or go into Fresh Start. So for that particular situation, I would think that Fresh Start would be a very wise decision because the deadline to do that is September 30. But if you do that before, if you cure your default through Fresh Start before September 30, you'll get credit, approximately 4.5 years, a little bit more than that, IDR credit during the COVID period that started in March of 2020. And so that's a long time, 4.5 years. And so you really want to take advantage of Fresh Start. It also will enable you to meet the deadline of September 30 if you do Fresh Start now. If you consolidate, there's a good chance that the consolidation will not be done by September 30 and that you won't receive enough credit or sufficient credit under the IDR audit that's going to occur. So really don't forget about Fresh Start. Take a look at the requirements for that. It's a really good program. It's free. Okay, so I looked up the loans that are eligible for Fresh Start because I couldn't remember the details for that. And the only ones that really are not eligible are private loans, of course, any commercially held Perkins loans, HEAL loans, any loans that have been referred to the Department of Justice. If a loan has been in default for long enough, they are referred often to the Department of Justice, but it can take many, many years for that. And then loans that defaulted after October of 2023. So if you've had a default that's been longer than that, which most have, it's been during COVID or before, then you definitely want to take an opportunity to get into Fresh Start to cure that default. You can do so for FFEL loans, whether they're commercially held or not. You can do that for direct loans. And so the deadline to sign up for Fresh Start is September 30. How you can do that is online by going to myeddebt.ed.gov. So that's myeddebt.ed.gov, and you do it online, or you can call the default resolution group. Their number is 1-800-621-3115. And you can also do it by mail, but if you do send anything by mail, make sure that you send it certified to ensure the receipt. But it's risky because even if you can ensure receipt, by the time you go through proving that with them, you might be past the deadline of September 30. So you might not want to go by mail. But if you did, the P.O. Box is 5609, Greenville, Texas, 75403. You can just Google Fresh Start Department of Education for these specifics and phone numbers and things if you need. But again, it's a good way to get IDR credit. It's a good way to help your credit because it will basically wipe out the period of default and show that it was not delinquent during that time. Normally, you do not have your loans returned to current status with the negative default marks removed. Usually they stay on there. And so when you do a consolidation, you'll show a new loan, but you'll also show the negative credit reporting. Fresh Start eliminates that. And so it's really good for someone if you want to buy a house or do anything later that your credit would really matter for that period of time. So please take advantage of that. That's one of the reasons why you don't want to wait until the Department of Ed and the U.S. Supreme Court have any kind of new decision making on SAVE and so forth, because that deadline of September 30 will be long past by then. So please take a look, and thank you very much for listening. Again, this is Christie Arkovich. We do strategy consultations, strategy sessions for anyone needing to know some options about their student loans, some help with their student loans. Remember, we are your advocate. We do not represent the creditor, and your servicers do unfortunately represent your creditor. So if your sole source of information is your loan servicer, then beware, because that party does not represent you. They represent the other side. Make sure that you understand what loan types you have, what programs to take advantage of, whether you're eligible for forgiveness and how, and anything that you should be doing. Some is automatic and much is not. So please take a role in that. So I hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you later.